Okay, so this is a really good question. White lies. Is it okay to tell a white lie? Do you tell white lies? Do you think it's appropriate in certain cases to tell a white lie? Your wife comes to you and she asks you a question. Do you think a white lie is an appropriate response? Well, listen to this opinion.
You know, your wife says, do I look fat in this dress? Or maybe she says, how do I look in this dress? And you think you don't like that dress. And, you know, the easy thing to do is to say, well, I love it, dear, whatever you want. Or, you know, of course not. And that's a white lie. But that's not the optimal answer. Like a better answer to that is, don't ask me questions like that. And then you can have a discussion about it. See, the thing is, I bought a lot of clothes for my wife. I like clothes shopping for my wife. And I tell her how I think she looks. And the advantage to that is that if I tell her that she looks good, she knows I mean it, right? I'm not muddying up the water. And if I have to say something, I mean, it's not like the number of times that I've told her that I'm not happy with the way she's presenting it, like it's virtually never happens. She actually has extremely good taste. And so it's just an example. But if you're forced into a situation where you have to tell a white lie, there's snakes somewhere that you haven't dealt with.
Well, look, some things are politically correct, some things are practical, and some things are just by the book. Yes, I can see how being honest and being straightforward is perhaps a good idea, but I'll tell you, in most practical cases, you're going to tell a white lie when you have to tell a white lie. If your wife asks you if she looks good, there's the right answer. And I'll tell you, it's not because you're lying, it's because you care about certain people's feelings. You care about how your wife or your significant other, how she feels. You don't want her to feel bad about herself. So sometimes you have to kind of choose your words carefully. And it's not that simple. It's not a simple thing of, well, what's the right idea? What's the best way long term? Because some things are just have to be managed properly. If your wife asks you, or your significant other asks you, do I look good? And she's pregnant and she comes to you with a question, how do I look? I look fat. Look, no matter what you say, no matter what the book says, no matter what any psychology ideas tell you, you have to be careful. Because feelings do matter. Everything matters, the way you say things, and especially early in a relationship, before you are together for 20 years, for 15, 20 years, you have to care what you say, how you say it. And I think how you say certain things to your significant other are really perhaps even a more important factor than what you say. How you say things matters even more. So I have to say that white lying does exist, and white lying is in fact practical in many, many cases.